Hey guys, welcome to another video. Before we dive into this, you know the usual drill. If you're new and watching my channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, guys. Helps me out a ton. If you're already a subscriber, hit the notification bell, guys. That's the only way you'll know when I post new content. You will not know otherwise, because there's some fantastic information coming up. And if you did like today's video, guys, thumbs up. That's all it takes, a thumbs up. Put a comments down below and share it out to the YouTube universe. Get these videos out, guys. Let's grow this channel. Let's grow it together. Alright, let's just dive into this. Why you should never take advice off females, guys. Alright, this is not a sexist thing, guys, and I don't sugarcoat things on this channel, alright? And this is not a sexist thing in any sense. It's not a gender thing in any sense, alright? This is something that you masculine males out there need to know and understand, right? Because it's something that is quite serious to your detriment, alright? Taking female advice, right? And I'm not saying in all situations, in most situations, probably about 99.99% never take female advice, alright? And the reason being is, guys, alright, you as a masculine male, you as a high value, I'm certainly assuming that you want to be a high value male, alright, a masculine male, right? And what is masculinity? It's about leadership, it's about decision making, guys, alright? It's about making the right decisions, it's about going for things, it's about being sure of yourself, it's about making informative decisions, it's about using your knowledge, it's about being stoic in your circumstances, it's about handling your situation, it's about taking the next step, taking the right pathway, alright, even if you make mistakes, learning from those mistakes and carrying on, alright? So whenever you have a major decision in life, guys, or you need to make a major move, the worst thing you can do, alright, is take advice of females in relation to this and most things, guys, attaining to men, alright? I'm telling you, I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you on this channel, guys. I never sugarcoat any information or content on this just to appease certain people, or just certain people may not like what I've got to say, and that's fine, you're entitled to your opinion, but I'm trying to help you out there. So never ever take most of your decisions in terms of your life from females, guys. And I'm going to do that, and guys, I'm going to start this car and try and drive while I'm doing this, alright, because I need to be on the move while I'm doing this. And the reason I say this is, guys, females are highly indecisive creatures, okay? They're indecisive, and females don't make good decisions, alright? Females are very, very, very bad at making decisions, alright? They're very bad at making the right decisions. And I'm not saying all men are perfect at making decisions, guys. I've made bad decisions in the past, alright? I've not made 100% all the right decisions in my life, but the majority of things that have been important, that took really, really important, that took really decisive and really strategic decisions, I've always got right, okay? I'm not going to go into them, alright, but there's really been key moments in my life where I've had to make serious decisions, alright, and follow through on those decisions, and they've always panned out, you know, and some of these have involved other people's livelihood and other people's lives and other people's safety, alright? And I've always made the right decisions. Sometimes in my own life I haven't made the correct decisions, alright? I've maybe taken the wrong decision, but I've always learned from that, guys. I've always sought to learn from that and to become a better decision maker. Also make decisions quick, because that's one of the key things to successful men, is the ability to make a decision, stick with it and follow it, okay? Whereas females don't do that, guys, alright? Females will make a decision and then jump from one decision and then decide they want to change it and move to another decision and not follow through, okay? Females are also, guys, not logical thinkers. Again, this is not a sexist thing. Again, this is not a sexist thing anyway, or a gender thing in any way. They're not logical thinkers. Men are more men are more logical thinking guys. We are designed to make logical decisions and practical decisions. Think black and white, A to B. How do we solve this problem? There's a problem and we need to kind of figure a way around it, and we'll look at the most logical way to do that, i.e. most of the key inventions in life, the key problems in life, or to make life easier or create a solution, i.e. electricity, i.e. the cars you drive today, have been attained through the correct logical decisions, experiments and routes by men, i.e. the most famous scientists, Edison, Einstein, Tesla, Ford, who invented the cars. So they came to logical decisions to solve solutions and problems, i.e. Henry Ford wanted the V8 engine, and he stuck to that, made the decision he was going to build the V8 engine. They said it couldn't be done, and he stuck to that decision, and he wanted it done, and he found a route to that problem. So many other logical thinkers and logical scientists. Steve Jobs invented the iPhone, and he wanted the iPhone. He found a logical way to do the iPhone. You will never find any of the great inventions, like everything we use day to day, any females have invented, guys, and that's because they're not good at logical thinking, not good at creating solutions, alright? And because they're not good at creating solutions and they're not logical thinkers, that's why it's very dangerous, guys, for you to rely on women to give you advice or decision making. Alright, women think and make decisions, guys, based on emotions. Alright, they're highly emotional creatures. All their decisions are based on emotions. Okay, so one day they could make a decision based on how happy they're feeling. Okay, so if they're feeling good in the day, their decisions are going to be made on those feelings. And if they're feeling bad in the day, and depending on the way they're feeling on that day, they'll make a decision based on that. So if you look at it in that respect, when you go to make a major decision in life and you ask a female's advice, even when you're in a relationship and the two of you have to make serious financial decisions or serious decisions in terms of your relationship, in terms of life decisions, she may be feeling good on one day and make a decision based on her emotional feelings, and the next day she'll change it if she's feeling bad and make her decisions on that. So I've been through this, guys, myself. Guys, alright, and trust me, it will lead you to damaging everything around you, alright? Numerous times in the past, I've went down the blue pill path of asking females their advice, and they've given me totally the wrong advice, and because my instincts, my manly, masculine, alpha male instincts intervened, it told me don't listen, don't do this, and I didn't do it, and I got out of the situations and went down the right path. So and I made a logical decision myself and got out of the problems I was in, whereas if I'd taken that female's advice, which I nearly did, I would have been in serious trouble, guys. Alright, even in terms of relationship advice, if you go to a relationship counsellor, a female relationship counsellor, if you're a couple and you're having problems, that female relationship counsellor, guys, is going to advise you more on doing things to benefit the female, okay? Because at the end of the day, they're always going to protect their gender. Female relationship coaches are useless for men, guys, by the way, because they're all going to defend the female, and they're going to make you make decisions and do things to benefit the female, alright? So even when you go to these relationship coaches that are predominantly female, that men go to with their couple wives, they'll just tell you to do things that aren't logical in terms of benefit to you and your partner in that relationship. It's just going to benefit the woman. Financial things as well, guys. Never put financial decisions in the hands of a female, alright? Because you'll just end, it's the worst thing to do, guys. Females that have got no logical financial thinking, alright, they think they know more than they do, guys. Coming from a finance background. I have a 6-7 year finance background. I worked in banks, and females just have no logical decision, no logical thinking on money. Okay, not all of them, guys, not all of them. If you get a female that's maybe an accountant or a financial, she's successful at some sort of financial banking or something, maybe you'll get the one odd that's okay with money. But the majority of them, guys, are not going to be that way. They're just going to be used to spending your hard-earned cash, and they'll probably go and spend all the bill money on shopping or whatnot, or on a takeaway or something. So so you don't want to put your livelihood, guys, or your decision making in females. As I say, they're not logical creatures, guys. They don't think logically. They can't make logical decisions. As a man, as a masculine male, all your decisions should be made by yourself. You should develop your decision making skills. You should develop your skills being stoic, all right, and you should not in any sense ask females for advice on anything, certainly not life advice, guys, all right, because you just have to look at the dating market, and you just have to look at the divorce rates, and you just have to look at the increase in men not going down the path of marriage anymore, and so many men losing out to divorces, and you've got to look at all that and weigh up and take it all into account. Females are not good decision makers, guys. They will never give you good advice on decisions, so you should never go to a female to get advice, all right? That's the gist of this video. You have to just work in your own personal skills, guys, and start making educated decisions based on your life experience. And if you don't know what to do in a particular situation, seek advice from men that have been where you were at, are doing things you want to do, or they can give advice on that particular topic that you're not sure of, and get advice off them, guys. Never go to a female for advice. It's just not going to work, all right? They're not going to give you proper advice, guys. They're going to send you down a path that is going to be detrimental to you. If you just look at the last video I did on Tom Brady, I'll link it in the end, how Tom Brady's getting divorced. His ex-wife now, Gisele Bündchen, wanted him to quit the NFL, right, and stay more at home, etc., because he wasn't spending enough time with kids and blah. And if he had listened to her advice, right, she would have divorced him anyway, okay, and she would have taken off with a jiu-jitsu instructor. And I explained this all in another video. And he's now retired, and he's lost her. She's gonna take him to the divorce courts, take half his money probably, and what advice or demand she's made has never paid off. Do you understand? So always never take advice off females, guys, all right? Go on your instincts if you have to, or get advice off other men, all right? Because it's just never going to work. Never put your livelihood in the hands of women. Never put your decision making in the hands of women, or you'll lose everything, okay? Or you'll go down bad decision making paths. You should learn to make good decisions. And as I said, guys, on my last video, which was about books, there's a chapter on decision making in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. It's a whole chapter dedicated to how you make decisions, why the most successful people make decisions there and then, quick, fast, and they stick to the decisions, and they hardly go off track when they make those decisions, all right? So if you want to help with that, it's a chapter on Napoleon's Think and Grow Rich. You can buy the book and read it. I don't get any sponsorship for saying that, guys. It's going to help you in your decision making process. But with that said, guys, I'm going to leave it here. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope it gave you value. Just don't go down that path, guys, of even getting any. Another point, just quickly before I go, even getting relationship advice of any any female buddy you have, because they're going to, at the end of the day, destroy and give you the wrong advice as well, guys. And you shouldn't have female buddies, guys, anyway, because there's no such thing, alright? You shouldn't be a simp. Female buddies are for simps, alright? It's different if it's like an ex or something that you may stay in contact with or something, but if you have a female friend, stop it, get rid of her, stop doing it, guys, alright? And certainly don't take any advice of female friends in terms of your life, your decisions, or even going to buy a sports bag or something, alright? And guys, in no way is this video genderizing or sexist. It's just what it is, alright? It's just what it is. You're never going to get the correct advice of women in terms of very important things in society or the world. It's just not going to happen, alright, guys? It's just not going to happen. So don't put any of your decision making, never do it, into females. Alright, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching. If you did watch to the end, I really appreciate it. Until the next one, guys, I'll leave it here and see you soon. It's your Raz out from the car. Take care. See you soon.